Namaste. Hi there, it's me, Stacey Lei, and of course, Miss Foxy Brown. Welcome to yoga, and thank you for joining me. This session is all about balance. We'll be building our dignity by standing tall, setting our balance, and feeling whole. I'm really looking forward to today's class, and I'm so glad you're here. For this session, you'll need a yoga block. Now, if you don't have a yoga block, you can use a thick or sturdy cushion from your bed or from your sofa, or even a thick book will work really well. You could place it off to the side for now. You can practice on any surface that you'd like today as long as it's clean and safe. I'd like you to take your socks and shoes off so that we can exercise your feet. Finally, if you typically struggle with balance postures, you might choose to bring a high back chair into your space, or you might lean against a wall for some of the postures. I'll show you how to do that. Why don't you look around right now and scope out the wall that you might be using. Now that you're ready to get started, please meet me in your open space. I'd like you to step your feet hip distance apart with your feet parallel. That means toes pointed towards me. Now inhale and stretch your arms up overhead. Exhale, sweep your arms down. Again. Last time, inhale, sweep overhead. On the way down, interlace your fingers at your lower back. Draw your arms down your spine and lengthen your neck. Turn your head to the right. Come to center, turn your head to the left, and center 2 more times. Now tuck your chin and look down at your feet. Now I'll be looking at you, but I'd like you to keep looking at your feet so that you can visually speak to them. Lift all 10 toes off the ground. That's right, all 10 of your toe tips leave the ground and then come down again. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Right now you're doing exercises to make your feet a little bit smarter. You're increasing your flexibility and your muscular endurance. Hold the next one up and spread your toes as wide as you can. Keep looking at your feet. Pull your big toes into the center. Pull your pinky toes out. Your goal is to create as much space in between your toes as you can. Now relax your toes down. Relax your arms by your sides and rock your ankles out and in. Just a little bit of movement, out and in. This is an exercise that I do every morning as soon as I get out of bed. A little bit of flexibility, mobility, and circulation in your ankles can eventually really help you with your balance. Okay, flatten your feet on the floor, hands back behind you again. Lift your toes up, spread them wide just like before, and now place your toes down on the ground and suction cup the ground with your toes. Please keep looking at your toes. If your toenails have disappeared, you've curled your toes under too much, like the claws on a bird, and you're not a bird, you're more like a monkey. So you'd want to see your little white knuckles suction cupping the floor. Is cupping a verb? It is. Okay, relax. So suction cup the floor. I'll say to you, find your roots, like the roots of a tree. And now release. Grab onto the floor and release. Find your roots and hold. Now release your hands. Lean a little bit forward. Lean a little bit back. Can you feel how your feet are more connected to the floor as if you had roots, just like a tree? When I ask you to use your roots or find your roots today, you'll know exactly what I mean. This foot exercise is going to help you with your balance in many of our postures today. Okay, relax your toes, pedal your feet out, bend your knees and swish your hips. Okay, now let's warm up the rest of our body. Step your feet together, please. Inhale and stretch your arms up overhead. So reaching up as high as you can, spreading your fingers and pointing your thumbs back. Draw your shoulders down, Engage your core and your seat. Lift your thighs up off your knees, and now find your roots, just like a mountain, reaching up and reaching down simultaneously. Draw your elbows wide open and roll your shoulders back a few times. And now stretch up again. Bring your hands together, interlace your fingers, and point your index finger up. Lean a little bit to the right and lean a little bit to the left. I'd like you to keep your roots, stay connected. Feel as though you're a tree blowing in the breeze. Come back to the center, please. Stretch up, mountain pose. Now open your arms wide again. It might feel a little bit different than it did before. Roll your shoulders back a few times, and then hold. Palms up, thumbs back, heart lifted, chin tilted up just a little bit. And now draw your tailbone down towards the floor. You'll feel your lower back lengthen. Inhale, stretch up overhead. Flip your palms, bend your knees, and come down to chair pose. Hands on your thighs. Straighten your legs, bend your legs. Straighten and bend just a few times. Increasing your circulation. Bend your legs and stand tall. Now let's put that sequence together. Inhale, reach up, mountain pose. Hands together right away. Bend right and then left. Return to center, mountain pose. Open your elbows wide. Reach up overhead. Squat down. Chair pose. Straighten, bend, stand tall. Let's do it again with breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend side to side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open wide. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down to chair. Straighten, bend, and tall with breath only. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now you do the same thing. I'll add our mantra. I choose to stand in dignity. I am balanced. I am whole. Once again, I choose to stand in dignity. I am balanced. I am whole. Inhale, exhale. We'll be repeating that so many more times in class today. You'll get it down, no problem. For now, let's start with our balance postures. Step your feet hip distance apart, feet parallel just like the beginning of class. Stretch your arms forward, draw your shoulders back, and right away, let's sit down as if there's a chair behind you. Now find your roots. So holding onto the ground with your toes. Be sure to shift your weight back just a little bit so it takes the pressure off your knees. I'd like you to lengthen your spine and engage your core muscles. We don't often think of chair pose as a balance exercise, but it does take a little bit of finesse to hold this posture. Inhale and exhale. Lower your hands to your thighs and help yourself back up. Now step your feet close together. Please find your roots with your right foot. Lift your thigh up off your knee and then engage your seat. We want to be careful that we're not like hanging out, right? Take it right up. Now lift your left leg up. And you can simply stand here if you'd like. To go a little bit further, you can hold on to your thigh and lift your knee just a little bit higher, or you can hold the fabric of your pants. Now focus on maintaining those strong roots. And you might notice that I'm wobbling a little bit. We all wobble sometimes. We're not here to judge, we're here to practice. So do your best, I'll do my best, and we'll get through this together. Inhale, exhale. Fantastic. Bring your leg down, pedal through your feet, swish your hips. That feels so good. All right, single leg on the other side. Suction cup the ground with your left toes. Lift your thigh, engage your seat, and just like that, lift your right leg up. You could stand here, if this is what you prefer, or reach underneath your thigh and then draw your shoulders back. Think about your right foot. Flex your ankle and spread your toes. 2 feet are working, but they're doing 2 different exercises. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Lower your foot back down. Pedal through your feet, bend your knees, swish your hips. Congratulations. Set number 1 complete. Now bring your ankle bones together and squeeze your knees together tightly. Reach your arms forward, draw your shoulders back. Please engage your core muscles and then sit right down in your chair pose. You can lift your toes up off the ground, spread them wide, and then suction cup the ground. Notice how using your roots can really make a difference in this chair pose. Come down low, squeeze your knees together, and now focus on your long, deep, and audible exhales. Hold for 4, 3, 2, and slowly stand up, pedal out through your feet. For this next exercise, you can continue facing me. I'm going to turn sideways. Okay? If you've got a mat, please step to the back of your mat. And now I'd like you to step forward with your right leg. So we're moving on to the airplane pose or warrior 3. So right foot in front, arms out in front of you in a V position, V like victory. Back leg should be very straight, point your toe. And when you're ready, you can lift your leg up off the floor. You're really using your roots in your right leg, and you're welcome to stay right here. If you'd like more of a challenge, then start to hinge your body forward, drawing your hands a little bit closer together, lengthening from your fingertips to your toes. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, slowly rise up, arms wide, and relax down. Pedal out through your feet. Now you might have come out of that posture, and if that happens on the next side, well then just try it again. You know, in the time that we have left, just try it again, okay? All right, let's do it. So left foot steps forward, left foot forward. Engage your leg, find your roots, arms in a V, point your back leg, point your toes, and now hinge forward. And you might choose to just stop here. You are in the posture, you are balancing. Doing your best to lengthen both legs, feeling the wobble, using your breath. One more round of breath. Inhale and exhale. Slowly hinge back up, relax down. All right, just sweep that off your back. It's behind you now. Congratulations. Bring your feet together. Let's do a few sun salutations. Feet together, inhale, reach up, mountain pose. Bend right and left. Mountain pose, wide arms. Mountain pose. Hinge down chair, straighten bend, stand tall. I choose to stand in dignity. I am balanced. I am whole. I choose to stand in dignity. I am balanced. I am whole. We have time for one more. Say it with me. I choose to stand in dignity. I am balanced. I am whole. That was a lot of movement because now we're going to be still. So we have the nice balance. Please grab your yoga block or the cushion or a big book that you brought into your space, and your book may or may not work for you. Let's see how it goes. Step your feet apart, wider than your hips. Point your toes into the corners of the room, and boom, sink down to the goddess pose. Please be sure that your knees are tracking over your middle toes, and then take your block onto your right thigh. Place your elbow onto the block. Sweep your left arm up, hands behind your head. Now, of course, you can do the same posture without a block, without a bolster, just side bending. Draw your top elbow up to the ceiling and then back just a little bit. Find the roots in your feet and root down to the earth. Inhale, exhale. Reach down with your left arm and slowly hinge and stand. Now lift your left heel and pivot towards the right side of the room. Keep your back heel lifted and your foot folded. Find your roots in your front foot. Sink down into a nice low lunge with your shoulders back and your core strong. Holding your block, stretch up overhead. And now side bend to your right. This time you'll feel that same side body stretch, except now it's going to reach all the way down into your hip flexor. Ooh, it feels so good. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Bring your block back up to the center and then to your chest. Straighten your back leg. And then shift your weight towards your back leg so your foot is now flat. Both legs are straight and you have warrior feet, one foot forward, one foot side. Taking your block down in front of your ankle. And you can start by bending your leg if you'd like. You might even choose to take the block even lower. You can place your fingertips on the block or a flat hand or your knuckles. Do your best to slowly straighten your front leg. Your left hand comes to your rib cage, elbow high. And now stretch up towards the ceiling, reaching up and down simultaneously. Find the roots in both feet. And if you feel stable, turn your eyes up towards the ceiling and find a sparkle behind your eyes. Inhale, exhale. Sweep your top arm down, bend your front leg, take your block, and hinge from your torso. Spin your toes front, and then let's come back down to the goddess pose. Find your roots, knees over toes. Place your block onto your left thigh, elbow on the block. Hand behind your head, and now a deep side bend. You might be wondering why I consider this to be a balance exercise. Well, anytime we tip our head, our horizon changes. The fluid in our inner ear starts to tip and move, and that affects our balance. So if you're holding here, no problem at all while you're strengthening your legs and stretching your spine and balancing. Congratulations. Inhale, exhale. Well, that was a nice side body stretch. Come back up, please. Pivot your right foot and turn to face the left side of the room in a nice high lunge. Find the roots of your front foot. Hold on to your block at your chest, shoulders back. And now sink down into a low lunge with your back heel up. Take your block up over your head. And now side bend to your left once again. Really enjoying that deep side body stretch, but now it's traveling all the way down to your hip. Good for you. You might notice you've got a little bit of a wobble here. That's okay. You're practicing your balancing skills. That's why we're here. Hinge back up to the center, block to your chest, Stand up. And now shift your weight towards your back leg, both legs straight. Nice wide triangle position with warrior feet. 1 foot forward, 1 foot side. Bring your block down in front of your front ankle. Notice how I bent my leg to get down. You could do that. And then place your hand on your block. It could be high or low, or you can even place your knuckles. See if you can straighten your front leg. Do your best. Your hand comes to your rib cage and you spiral your chest open like a flower petal blooming. If you feel good, reach up overhead. Notice the equal and opposing forces as you reach up and simultaneously press down. Eyes up, sparkle. Inhale and exhale. Sweep your arm down, look towards your block, bend your front knee, pick your block up, and now hinge from your hip. Come back up. Okay, you can place the block down. We're done with the block for the rest of class, but we do have a few sun salutations. Let's get moving again, feet together. I choose to stand in dignity. I am balanced. I am whole. I choose to stand in dignity. I am balanced. I am whole. Last time, I choose to stand in dignity. I am balanced. I am whole. Inhale and exhale. Okay, I saved the best to last, the most challenging balancing exercises for the end of class. So, if you need to place your fingertips onto a chair, that's okay with me. Or you can walk over to a wall. I'll show you what that looks like. You'll keep the wall behind you and simply lean back, putting your butt on the wall, okay? Now, I'd like you to find the roots on your right leg. Bend your left leg and then lift your leg up and fold it so that you have a figure 4 position. Sink down low, especially if you're leaning against the wall. You'll feel your hips open. My goodness. You'll feel your hips open and you're balancing, and that might have just scared you. Doing okay? Inhale and exhale. Okay, good thing we've got the other side. Come on up. Pedal through your heels. Bend your knees and swish your hips. Let's do the other side. Yeah, the real test of balance is when something throws us off, right? Shift your weight over to your left leg. I'm gonna do this without the wall, and if you think you can, please do, okay? Fold your right leg. Sit your hips back a little bit. You can bring your arms out to help you balance, or you can use your hands to lift your leg and then come to a figure 4. Your knee is out wide. You should try flexing your ankle. And of course, I know that you're using your roots to keep you connected to the ground. Inhale. Exhale. This is such an important posture. Of course, this is how we wash our feet in the shower, right? It's how you put on your shoes and take off your socks. So we've got to keep practicing this one. Hinge up and relax. Pedal your feet, swish your hips. Tree pose is next. Find your roots in your right leg. Bend your left leg. You could keep your arms out if you like. Turn your knee out to the side and connect your foot with your ankle. You are more than welcome to stay right here as long as you're using your roots. For more of a challenge, slide your foot up to your lower leg. You could keep your hands here or flip your palms up. Sweep overhead, hands to heart. Reach your arms out, flip your palms up, sweep overhead. Come down one more time. Sweep and down. Good job being a tree. Slide down and pedal and swoosh and pedal and swoosh. Let's do the other side. Grab on, find your roots, left leg. Fold your right foot, turn your knee out, opening up your hip. You did that in the figure 4, right? That was your prep for this position. You can just simply tuck your foot into your ankle and then use that for your balance pose. Or you can grow your tree. Flip your palms up, sweep up overhead, hands to heart. Reach out, flip your hands. One more time. Simply hold here. Inhale and exhale. Slide your foot down, pedal through your feet, swish your hips. Ooh, feels so good. Okay, here's the most challenging of all our balance exercises today. We're going into the eagle bound pose. So first let me teach you the arms. Reach out very wide. I'd like you to wrap your right arm underneath your left arm and simply hug your body. That's a nice basic approach to the eagle bound arms, okay? Open up wide, take your arms overhead. So this is option 2. Sweep your arms down, right arm underneath your left, and wrap your arms like ropes. Squeeze them in very tight. Let's try that again. Right arm underneath your left. Fly like an eagle. Okay, just relax your arms. Let's do the same thing on the left. Arms wide, left under right, wrap your arms around your body. So you might choose to stick with these arms, and that works too. Just give yourself a good squeeze. Let's try the more advanced arms, see how you do. Sweep your arms like eagle wings. Left under right. How'd we do? Sweep up, let's try it once more. Left underneath your right. Under and wrap. Okay, now you know the arms. So now let's do our legs. You can, if you'd like to, lean against the wall just like before, okay? I'll stay here. I might wobble, you might wobble. Let's do it together. Sit down into chair pose. Fold your right foot. Reach your arms out. Lift your leg up. And now cross your legs like a lady. And you might just stay right here. Or right underneath left. Or eagle bound arms. If you'd like to finish up your eagle bound pose, you'll tuck your toes behind your shin. Hold for 3, hold for 2, hold for 1. Unwrap, stand tall. Pedal out through your feet. No judgment at all. You're here, you're practicing, you're doing the work. We both are. Let's do the other side. Sit down. Chair pose, squeezing your knees together. That's how we start. Open your arms wide, fold your left leg. All right, lift your leg, cross over, and you're welcome to stay right here. Now left arm under right, or the eagle bound arms. Woo. Flying those wings can really throw our balance. If you'd like to wrap your toes, please go for it. Inhale, exhale. Open your arms wide, uncross and stand up. Relax down. You know, anything can affect our balance. It could be your mood, it could be your nutrition, maybe the amount of sleep you got, or even if there's some noises going on next door. Balance is something that we should practice all the time, and it starts from the ground up. So keep practicing these balance exercises, okay? Now let's do some sun salutations, and we'll end feeling full of life, just like the sun. Inhale, reach up. I choose to stand in dignity. I am balanced. I am whole. I choose to stand in dignity. I am balanced. I am whole. One more time. I choose to stand in dignity. I am balanced. I am whole. Step your feet apart wide and please place your left hand onto your heart and your right hand on top of that. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And the longest exhale you've had all day. Please repeat after me. Say, self, I'm so proud of you for showing up today. You breathed deeply. You practiced your balance skills. And you affirmed yourself. Self, you're a slightly different person than you were just 30 minutes ago, and you are moving in the right direction. It was an honor and privilege to be your guide through this class today. I hope you had a good experience, and I look forward to guiding you again soon. Until then,